So people, if you guys have seen these movies or any other movies which have similar instances where a bank is looted, or say for example if a bank fails, now if you have a question, so who will bear the loss? Who will actually suffer the loss in these cases? People, today's video is about that. So let us see and let us learn what are the different concepts in various scenarios. I'll be covering almost every detail in this particular topic. Yeah, this also. Now, say for example, now first question that pops up. Now, for example, in all these movies, a particular bank is looted. In such case, what happens to our money? Imagine I've done a FD, savings account. If I have a RD there. So now what will happen to that money? First thing people, you need not worry straight away. The reason is only one branch will be looted. If I'm right, you can correct me if I'm wrong. So people, it will be a biggest heist of the history of this particular country if all the branches of a particular bank all over India is looted at once. So people, your money is always distributed. So straight away you will never suffer the loss. That is point number one. Let us imagine a hypothetical situation. What happens if all the branches are looted at once? That is a scenario where we are going to cover today's topic about. The second scenario. Now we have seen in recent times where the banks give loans to few people and it becomes a bad debt. That is, they will not be able to recover that money. The biggest example I can give you is of Kingfisher. So we were not able to recover the loans. Now who will take this hit? When the bank fails, your money also fails. Recently, the best examples I can come up with is say S Bank. But yes, they are not completely failed, but we saw the crisis. So people, when such instances happen, now there has been a body set up to safeguard your interests. So in all these scenarios, our deposits are insured. Yes, people, you heard me right. Just the way you have a bike insurance, you have a life insurance, in the same way, even your deposits have an insurance. So first of all, who provides this insurance? Can it be any random person whom we know in the market? It cannot be given by anyone else, people. It has to be more safeguarded, because tomorrow what if even they fail? Now the actual need was felt in the year 1960, where there were two big bank crashes or failures, we can call it. One was called as Palai Bank and next one is called as Lakshmi Bank. Now when these two banks failed, the parliament felt the need to incorporate an entity who can insure or who can safeguard the interest of the depositors like you and me. So people, a body was set up and the body is called as Deposit Insurance Credit Guarantee Corporation. So I'll be calling it as DICGC. Now people, this is a wholly owned subsidiary of RBI. RBI completely controls it. Now we know that our deposits are safeguarded. Now, sir, who and all are covered under this insurance? Is it every bank we know? Is it every, say for example, you guys will be, few people will be investing in cooperative societies, cooperative banks. Sir, some banks which we guys know. Sir, who and all are covered? All the commercial banks and the cooperative banks are covered. Sir, what are the commercial banks? People, the commercial banks have given you a big list. The commercial banks, almost all the banks, people, all the Axis, HDFC or HSBC, ICICI, everything, almost the entire list is covered, people. So all your banks, whatever you guys are investing is always covered. But always pay caution with regards to the cooperative societies. Cooperative societies does not come under DICGC. Not only that, people, even the NBFCs, non-banking financial companies, does not come under this particular definition. So what do you mean by that? The companies like Muthoot Finance, Manappuram, Bajaj Finance, these are NBFCs, and if you have invested money there, that is if you have any FDs there, RDs there, those deposits are not covered under DICGC. Now the next question we all will have is that, sir, what and all is covered? Few people will have just a savings account, few people will have fixed deposits, few people will have recurring deposits, RD. Sir, is everything covered? Yes, people, this particular scheme applies to your FDs, your savings bank, your RD, and people, this is important. Even if you're a businessman, even your current account is also covered under this particular scheme. So be safe. So people, let us come down to the most important question. Sir, how much does it cover? What is the maximum coverage? Say for example, if I have 1 crore in FD, will it cover the entire 1 crore? So people, the answer is no. The maximum coverage is up to 5 lakh people. Sir, what do you mean by that? So if at all you have 1 crore as FD, the maximum amount you will get back if a bank fails is rupees 5 lakh only. Oh sir, then imagine if I have 1 lakh FD, will I get 5 lakh? No people, whatever is your actual amount you will get that. So it is always 5 lakh or the actual amount you guys have in the deposits, whichever is less. So maximum you will get is 5 lakh rupees. So sir, okay, I got it. Now if I have FD, if I have done FD 3 lakh, in my savings bank account if I have 4 lakh, in my RD if I have 5 lakh, so my amount is insured for every account. No people, it is cumulative, meaning aggregate. You need to add everything, your FD, your savings bank, your RD, everything put together is 5 lakh rupees. Sir, this is a little disappointing, but yes people, that is what it covers. The another question that pops up, sir, okay, I have let us take an example. I have an account in ICICI Bank, one is in XYZ branch and another in, say for example, ABC branch. There are two different branches in two different locations. Imagine I have two different accounts in these two branches. So will I get this 5 lakh coverage for each branch of the same bank? Again, a little disappointing people. This particular coverage is for one bank which includes all the branches. So then it will be 5 lakh all the branches put together. The next common question our users will have is that, sir, what does this insurance cover? Is it only principal or does it even cover interest? What do we exactly mean by this? Imagine people, if I have made a FD of 3 lakh rupees. On that, there was an accumulated interest of 1 lakh rupees. So my principal is 3 lakh and my interest accumulated is 1 lakh. Now, whenever this bank fails, how much will I get back? Will I get the only amount I invested or will I get the interest also back? People, it is principal plus interest put together up to 5 lakh rupees you are eligible. Meaning your 3 lakh principal you will get back and your 1 lakh interest accumulated also you will get back. Up to 5 lakh whatever is the coverage you will get back. Beyond that people, you will not be covered. Our next question. Whenever we need to take insurance, all the insurance policies will have premium on it. So sir, will our bankers charge that expenses on us? Should we bear it? People, that's the good news for you. This expenses cannot be transferred on the consumer. It should be borne by the bankers only. So whatever are the questions I'm showing you people, these are FAQs which are put on RBI website itself. So it is authenticated. So the expenses of the insurance premium is always borne by the banker. After hearing all this, I know there is a little panic. Only 5 lakh. What if I have more than that? Now what to do? Well people, a solution for this problem is also you guys can diversify money amongst different banks. Now what do you mean by that? Imagine people, I open an account in ICICI, I open in HDFC, I open in Axis Bank. So people, whatever is the insurance limit, it is per bank it is. So if at all, imagine if I have 15 lakh rupees, if I invest everything in one bank and if that bank fails, the maximum I will get back is 5 lakh rupees. Whereas if I break this 15 lakh rupees into 3 different banks, people, I'm not talking about branches here, banks. Now people, every bank I'm eligible for covering my insurance up to 5 lakh rupees. So your entire 15 lakh is covered. At least this mitigates a little risk when compared to having everything in one bank, doesn't it? For the last question, what if my bank does not get my amount insured? All these provisions are mandatory on a bank. It is not optional. So they do not have an option. They have to mandatorily insure your amount. So people, I believe I've answered almost all common questions or topics you guys can have. Let me know what are the more topics you want me to cover. I'll be coming up with more videos like this. Thank you so much people. See you.